There has been a little shakeup in the rankings for the top 10 free-to-play characters for Marvel Strike Force in the month of September 2019. Is your favorite character gonna make the list this month? If you're ready to find out, let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
What is up, Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here, I am back. Yes, it is that time of the month where we take a look at the top 10 free-to-play characters. This time we're doing it for September 2019. I want to thank everybody that watched last month's video and liked last month's video, and I hope you guys like this video as well. It's always a fun list, and it has a lot of personal bias on this list. I always say it's based on my personal experience, which it is, which means that your personal experience playing Marvel Strike Force is probably very different than mine, which means that you could have a totally different list from mine. So I want to see what your list is. Let me know in the comments, guys. Now, before we get into who is eligible, who is on this list, I do want to mention the sponsor of this video, BlueStacks. It is my emulator of choice, 60 frames per second, guys. So it is a very good app. So make sure you check out the link down below. Totally free for you, and it does support the channel. There's also a link for some Valley merch if you want to look extra cool with all your friends. And of course, Patreon. There's some goodies up there right now. So make sure you check it out and check out some of the perks that we have on Patreon. Now, let me talk about who is eligible for this list and who is not. And I think it's probably easier to say who is not eligible for this list, because pretty much every character that has a node that is in a store, and then the two characters that you kind of could get through achievements, Wolverine and Hulk, they are eligible for this list. Everybody else pretty much is not. So who is not eligible for this list? Well, we got the legendary characters. We got Captain Marvel, who's kind of in a weird farming spot right now with those orbs. We got some of these characters that are not in any orbs except for Ultimus orbs or Premium orbs. We got some characters that are not really available anywhere because they're so new. And then we have some characters down here that are not even in the game yet. So they're obviously not going to be farmable. Let's clear off this list and see who just got eligible for this list this month. Oh, we got the 4 members of the Sinister Six. We got Rhino, who just got added to the Blitz store this month. Vulture got added to the Arena store this month. Shocker got his own node. Cosmic 19 and Mysterio. Yes, he is not just the milestone character anymore. He is in the raid store. So you have a chance to farm these characters every single day. Let's clear this list off and get to September's top 10 free-to-play characters list. So who is coming in at number 10? This is probably going to surprise a lot of people, and yes, there is some personal bias with this pick, but boom, it is my main man, the Hulk. Now, why did I include him on this list? He's been a pretty bad character for a while, got a rework, got a little better. I haven't really tested him out until this month, really built him up and used him in one of my top end Blitz teams, and yeah, he does the job. He is a very good character. He is available in achievements, so kind of a weird spot to include him in this free-to-play list, but I had to include the Hulk. He's never been on the list. Not a meta character, so I realize that he's not the best character, but one of the more fun characters. And if you think about what the purpose of this game is, it is to have fun, and I have a lot of fun playing with the Hulk. Very valuable in war. He has a very good kit for war. A lot of people will still underestimate him even at this time, and yeah, very good in Blitz. I'm using him right now in an Avengers team, and he is working very well. Let's go take a look at his kit real quick and pop that up, and boom, here it is. All right, so we are looking at what his kit is. Now, he has a very solid kit. You're probably going to open with this Rage move, which gives him some heal. It gives him a taunt. And when his energy drops below 50%, he gets a big damage multiplier. So ideally, if you're using the Hulk, you could use Rage, get the taunt up, and he will take some damage, go crazy with Leap or Smash, which is his basic and his ultimate, and then just applying a lot more damage to the enemies with his damage multiplier. And then I use him on Avenger team. So Captain America gives him energy. Then he goes with Rage again, heals up, brings himself above that 50% threshold, and then he gets attacked again, dropping him back down. He gets a turn, he gets a big damage multiplier. Just a big endless loop if everything goes correctly with the Hulk. So yes, he has made my list. A lot of damage and a lot of scariness. Is he Hulk worthy? Not really, but he is a very fun character, like I said. So yes, coming in at number 10 this month is the Hulk. Back to the list. Let's take a look at who came in at number 9. Boom! It is Venom. Venom dropped a little bit. And in my opinion, Venom, this guy is the most important member of that OG Sinister Six team. I know some people will argue Carnage, Spider-Man, maybe even Miles Morales or Green Goblin, but I think that Venom, his kit, is the most solid member of that team. Obviously, he works in that team, but he also works very good in a Brotherhood team or pretty much any team that relies on its debuffs, because he is so nasty with the debuffs that he can apply. He is available on Nexus 6-9 if you want to farm him. And he's very valuable in Blitz. I use him in different teams in Blitz. He's very good in War as well, especially if you're running him in a very bleed heavy team or debuff heavy team. Let's go take a look at his kit, see why he is so good. And let's move this cursor over. And there we go. We're looking at his basic right here. It does some damage, it applies bleeds, it flips 2 positive effects into negative effects. So basically clearing positive effects on his basic. He has ability block and bleeds for his special. He's got heal block and spreading debuffs all around on his ultimate, and he heals himself with the passive that he has. So very, very good, very, very tanky, and yeah, very well deserved, in my opinion, spot on this list. Does he make your list? I do want to see your guys' list. All right, let's move on to number 8. And boom, it is Drax. Surprise, surprise, Drax is making this list this month. Now, he did make this list way back in the day. He is the only pre-taunt that in the game, which means that he is taunting before the battle even starts, and that makes him very, very tricky, especially if he's starting with defense up. He's available in the Arena store and is an important part of that OG Guardians team. I use him in an Ultron team, and he does a very, very good job of protecting Ultron. One of the big decisions to put him on this list is I see how tanky he is now that I've built him up, and I got him to gear 13 and actually got 5 red stars on him now. And yeah, I can see what everyone is talking about when they say he is just like a brick wall that is hard to get to. Let's go take a look at his kit real quick. Nothing too impressive, to be honest. This kit is a nice kit, but his taunt on the opening turn before anybody even goes is why he is on this list. Plus, he has a taunt on turn 1. He's got some drains. He's just very, very hard to get around. And if you're relying on going towards a certain character on turn 1, Drax is going to make that hard. So, well-deserved spot in my opinion. Is he going to make your list though? I do want to find out. All right, we are moving on. Next character. Boom! Number 7, Captain America. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I know there was many months that he spent number 1 on this list, and this month he is all the way down to number 7. Is he a bad character? No, he's actually a very good character. I like him a lot. Just that the team that he runs on is actually the same team that I have Hulk on, and they do some work in a lot of game modes, but not really in Arena. I don't really use him in the raids unless it's like a specialized raid. Captain America, very, very good character. Now, where can you farm him? He is on Hero 6-9. He's on Nexus 5-9 as well. And yeah, Blitz, War, very good in War, actually. That Avengers team with Hulk can be very tricky, especially if you're running the team that I run with Captain Marvel. Very, very tricky War defense team. Let's go take a look at his kit. He has one of the better kits in the game, in my opinion. Inspire, still one of my favorite specials in the game. He gets taunt, defense up to everybody. He gives energy to everybody, or Avengers, and he has a chance to get energy to some other allies as well. Shield throw, this is an okay move. It has a dispel, so it is a good move. He has a shield bash, gauge defense up with his basic. and just his block chance, block amount makes up for his very lackluster stats because he is blocking so much. Captain America, well-deserved spot on this list. Dropped down a little, so there's some changes to this list, guys. All right, next we are up at number 6. Boom! War Machine. Yeah, I had him rated pretty high last month, and I like this character. One of the more valuable members of that power armor team. Also good on a war team, and just a great pair when you're pairing him with Iron Man. Really works well. He's available in the raid store, so you might not be able to farm him for a few weeks if you get really bad RNG, but if you get really good RNG, 3 times a day you could use your raid credits on him. So not the most easily farmable characters because of the raid store, but yeah, very, very good character. He is probably very necessary character in war because of that power armor team. He is the main damage dealer for that team because he just deals so much damage. His ultimate, his basic. Let's go take a look at his kit because this is a very, very solid kit as well, in my opinion. This is the big move, cluster bombs, but this missile system, his special is also very, very good. And he's got a very interesting passive right here. I'm not gonna, his basic is all right, but his passive, he gets extra damage in war. He gets extra crit damage when Iron Man is an ally. But this is the weird one: is when an energy drops below 50%, they will gain taunt. In some situations, absolutely the reason that you win the battle, and in other situations, it is the reason that you will lose the battle. Not as big of a deal when you're running him on a full power armor team because of all those AoEs, but if you were running him outside that power armor team, it could be the difference between a win or a loss either way because of this passive. So I like this character, and I think I like his spot at number 6. Let me know what you think of this spot. It changed around, like I said, just a little bit from last month. We are moving on though. All right, I'm coming in at number 5. It is my man, Pyro. This is one of the most important pieces of that Brotherhood team. I don't know if he is the MVP of that Brotherhood team, but certainly one of the main damage dealers that you're gonna have on that Brotherhood team. And yes, he makes the list again this month. Fell off a little bit from last month, but you'll see what I did with this list. Brotherhood, I'm not using them as much, so they're not as valuable in my opinion. Not that they're not good, I'm just not using them as much as I did in previous months. I think that's mainly because other teams are a little more fun for me at this point. So let's go take a look at his kit, because this is a solid kit. Pretty much everyone at this point forward is going to have a very, very solid kit. Special, love his special. It is taking off positive effects. It is applying bleeds, doing a ton of damage, not just on that turn, but in subsequent turns as well. Fire crafting, same thing pretty much, but instead of applying bleeds, you're applying disrupted. So another, not a huge damage move, but it really screws up the enemy team. He's got a basic that also applies bleeds, and he's got extra focus, and if you hit him, he will gain some speed bar back. Very, very high damage, and yeah, you definitely want to go after Pyro. He is in the war store though, so he's not the most easily farmable character, but yeah, you're using them in the Brotherhood team. They're gonna be great in Arena, they're gonna be great in War, they're gonna be great in Blitz. And if you want to take him into Fear the Darkness, he's not the worst character. There are some nodes that he will struggle on in Fear the Darkness, but overall he will be a very, very good character on most of the nodes there, and obviously on those mutant nodes he will perform very well in the raids. And coming in at number 4 this month, boom! It is Miss Marvel. Yes, one of the 2 Inhumans in the game right now, and she's a very, very solid pick, and a necessary character for that Hero Brawler team, because if you are running a Hero Brawler team and you're not using Miss Marvel, well, you don't really have a Hero Brawler team. So why did I up her rating so much this month? Well, basically it's because I took Captain Marvel out of that Hero Brawler team, and when I was using her in that team, Captain Marvel was the MVP. I've taken her out of that team, moved her into my Avengers team, and Miss Marvel is now the MVP of that team because I've got some other brawlers in there, and it's really making her and her kit really stand out. She is the team pretty much. Let's go take a look at her kit, because this is what really makes her and what really makes the team. We're gonna start with her passive because this is what really makes the Hero Brawler team, guys. Gain assist now on each Hero Brawler's turn, so she is assisting. So it's very good to have her powered up because on every Hero Brawler's turn, she's getting an extra attack. So it's a free attack. It's like those old free attack teams from Marvel's Avengers Alliance Part 2. On turn, grant assist down to a random Hero Brawler ally. So every time she gets a turn, someone else is getting assist. Now, when a hero drops below 50%, gaining taunt. That makes that Hero Brawler team very, very annoying. If that ally is a Hero Brawler, also gain 2 deflect. So yeah, her taunt, she's not just gaining a taunt, she's gaining some deflects too. So makes her a little more tanky, a little more beefy. She has an AoE with that big hand slap that she does on her ultimate. She gains a ton of health on her special, and she has a okay move on her basic. But yeah, it's really her passive that makes that team and makes that team good, and is really why she is on this list. And coming in at number 3, boom! It is Groot. He got a little bit of a bump this month. He just adds so much to pretty much every team that he is on, especially if he is on that BKE team or a normal Guardians team with Rocket. He is the reason that Brotherhood has a tough time with Guardians or BKE or some of these other teams, and it is because of Groot. Let's go take a look at his kit because I don't think there's a lot of waste on his kit. Very, very solid kit. Good damage on his basic. So if he's assisting with Rocket or Star-Lord, he's dealing some big damage with that assist. His special should be on turn 1. Normally when he's on defense, AI is going to use this on turn 2. Getting 2 death proofs, getting defense up to all allies, and this is not just Guardian allies, this is all allies right here. So useful in a lot of different teams. Life Spores got a little bit of a heal as well. The main thing here though is that clearing 2 negative effects from all allies. So if Magneto is on there blinding the whole team, he will clear that thing off. He's also giving immunity to the lowest Guardian, so similar to that Guardian synergy. And where can you get Groot? Well, he is on Nexus 2-9, so not a very late game character. You can probably get him mid game, a few months in, you can probably start farming Groot. Solid passive as well. He has a chance to revive, which is always very scary. When he dies though, he's applying defense up to all allies, and for Guardian allies, he's gonna get speed up, offense up, and counter. So, ooh, you don't really want to kill him. And if he is with Rocket, he's gonna get that taunt as soon as Rocket uses his special though. So yeah, he does so much for a team. He is the Swiss Army knife of Marvel Strike Force. Very, very solid character. Wanted to put him a little higher, but these other characters I think are a little better in my opinion. But Groot, very, very, very solid character, very strong character. All right, next character coming in at number 2. Boom, it is his buddy. It is Rocket Raccoon. Rocket is available in the raid store. So again, not an easily farmable character because you could just get screwed by RNG, but you can get lucky with RNG too and farm maybe 15 shards of him on a good day and 0 on a bad day. But yeah, Rocket, raid store, very, very good character. Mentioned his synergy with Groot. Strong special. He is the big damage dealer for that BKE team. Let's go take a look at his kit though. Good basic. He attacks adjacent targets as well, so sometimes I'm using this on purpose even though my special or ultimate is available, or even if my special is available. I'm gonna use the ultimate if that's available normally. But yeah, very good move, crit chance, and he's got a strong special as well. This is his Groot synergy move. Big damage, 340% damage, 70% chance for an assist when you T4 this ability. And I gotta say, it is going off more often than not, which it should be at 70%. But I noticed this a lot. It seems like it's a higher than 70%. Big AoE, my favorite AoE of the game when you're facing some of those weaker opponents in Ultima 6. This thing just devastates the enemies and sends off that Minerva and what is his name? Thanos. Thanos combo, giving out energy and giving out healing from Minerva. This is just a very strong move, and I love it. I love it. Great move. His passive is okay. His tech allies are gaining more damage, and on turn, he is applying a random positive effect to 2 allies. 40% chance, but very, very solid. I recommend building up Rocket as soon as you can because he is going to be valuable to a lot of your teams. And coming in at number 1, the number 1 spot for the month of September goes to Surprise, surprise, it is Vision. Yes, I don't know if anybody's gonna take him off. He's actually getting a lot more valuable for me because I've started using him in Arena on offense. I'm using him out of my Arena defense team sometimes. Obviously, a key member of a power armor team. Doesn't have that power armor tag, but makes that team a lot better. Gives defense up to tech allies, so works in a tech team as well. So he's gonna be a key member of your war offense team probably, and in Blitz. He's an auto 8.3 character if you're running him in that power armor team. Let's go take a look at his kit though, because it is a very solid kit. That is why he is on this list. Good basic. I know a lot of people like to T4 this ability. I haven't done it yet. He's gonna chain, he's gonna bleed. It's a very good basic. I think there are more valuable T4s out there, but this is a good one if you're using Vision a lot. Dive Bomb, this is the Ultron counter. If you could get this off before Ultron summons his minions, Ultron is pretty much screwed. Very, very important move right here. Solar Beam, another important move, clearing off 2 positive effects off of each target. You're getting some bleeds if you're pairing him with Scarlet Witch. Not the best team, but if you do run him in that team with Scarlet Witch, then he's getting some bleeds as well. And this is the big one. Defense up to all tech allies for 2 turns on spawn. And he's getting an extra dodge chance too. As if that wasn't enough. He is also having that dodge chance. And he is available very, very late. One of the harder characters to farm in Mystic 3-9. But he's going to be very valuable to you in a lot of game modes. So if you can farm Vision, I would recommend farming him right now. So that is it for the top 10 for September, guys. What did you think of this list? What did you think of some of the movement and some of the characters on this list? And let me see your list. I want to see what your ratings of these characters are based on what you have experienced in the game. It's going to be different than mine. I know it is, but that is it, guys. BlueStacks, the links are down below. Make sure you check me out on social media. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff during that Fox Next trip on my Instagram. So check out Instagram, and the link is down there. If you want to ask some questions for the upcoming Fox Next trip, there is a channel on my Discord server, and that link is there as well. If you guys like this video, obviously subscribe to the channel, smash on that like button, join the notification squad, ring that bell, guys. Check out some of the other links, like I said, BlueStacks, Patreon, Valley merch, all of them are down below, and I will see you guys next time. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin, out!